AeroSlick. Now AeroSlick, it is a nanotechnology anti-release coat. It's anti-friction. It goes onto your arrow on a thin, durable coating. It'll last anywhere between 50 to 100 shots depending on the arrow and depending on the target. Now today, a lot of people wanted to know how to apply it and not waste it. The AeroSlick comes in a blue bottle. This is AeroSlick 50, which will get 50 to 60 applications. In the green bottle, we also sell AeroSlick 100, which will get anywhere between 100, 125 applications. Well, today we're going to explain how to apply it. Okay, the AeroSlick is in a creamy liquid. It's creamy brown. First thing you want to do is get your arrows. I like to get all my arrows, either 6 or a dozen of the arrows, to do them all at once. First thing you want to do is get yourself a paper towel, warm water, and some soap. All right. Now, first you want to clean the arrow off from any substance. Maybe you've used somebody else's lube or lubrication. You got to clean everything off before we even get started. So first off, I use soapy water and a paper towel. Okay, after I clean that off, I dry it off a little bit. Then I apply a little bit of acetone. Acetone, alcohol, anything will work. All right, then I clean the arrow very, very well. Okay, the next step. Next step is applying the AeroSlick. Now, first thing you want to do is to shake this about 10 seconds. Okay, because you want to mix up the nanoparticles so it's dispersed in the liquid evenly. Okay, next we also give you an applicator sponge. Now a very little goes a long way with this. So what you want to do is to put this down, turn this upside down, shake it onto the sponge. Okay, apply just a tiny bit. Now, depending on how much you want to use, I usually start about 6 inches up, and I just wipe the AeroSlick on evenly, whole way around the shaft, about 4 to 6 inches, depending on how far it's going to be penetrating in the target. And all targets and everything's different. It's been tested on the Mackenzies, on carpet, on fiberboard. Pretty much every target I've tested this on. And it makes it so much easier to pull the arrow out of the target. Now how it actually works is that the nanoparticles are so small that if you look in a carbon arrow or aluminum arrow, actually these things are all porous, which means they have fine little cracks or holes or whatever you want to call them in them. Now what the nanoparticle does is basically, once you put it on and it dries, the nanoparticles fill in the cracks with a slick, very thin, durable film, which leaves it like a 0.25 microns, which is almost thinner than a hair on your arrow. Now, this will not add any weight. Once it dries, there's no smell to it. Now, to speed up the drying time, I usually use a hairdryer. So I'll do all my arrows. And I just basically go over until it starts to dry and cure. Usually curing time lasts between, it will be 15 minutes to cure. To fully cure to its full hardness, I recommend about 5 to 6 hours. Now, as soon as it dries, It'll leave a brown haze onto this. There'll be a slight haze you'll be able to see on the arrow. Now all you want to do after that is get a lint-free cloth, paper towel, whatever, and wipe off and buff the excess off. Okay, buff the excess off. You don't have to apply super pressure. It comes off nice and easy. Okay. Now after that step, you're actually ready to shoot. And this has lasted anywhere, like I said before, it has lasted anywhere between 50 and 100 shots.